Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your reading, Taurus. This week, we're finding out what the hell is their deal. What's going on with them? What's up with them, man? So we are going to get into the Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle deck, the Shadows of the Middle Ages Oracle deck, and the Teeny Tiny Tarot. And we are going to ask Taurus. We're going to ask who this person really is. Who are they pretending to be? Why are they pretending to be that? How does this affect you in this relationship? And how do you feel about this person? So, yeah. So even though we're asking about someone else, we're definitely asking about you. How this affects you. So let's get started, my bovine babies. Okay. Okay, who they really are. Conclusion. Okay, I don't know. Maybe this is somebody that you finished something with. This is somebody that you finished something with. This could even be somebody where it feels like they might kind of start things with people and then they end before they like go to the full distance or whatever that could be. Because like chapter 1 and there's nothing there. And then the next one is the end. So it could be somebody that you finished something here with. Who are they pretending to be? Oh God. They're pretending to be deceitful. What the fuck does that mean? They're not. So they're not, though. They're pretending to... Oh, man. They're pretending to be deceitful. But they're not. They're not. Okay. Why they hide that? Rigid. Oh, there's some sort of boundary here. There's some type of boundary here with this person. That's what... But they're pretending to be deceitful. What the hell are they pretending to be deceitful about? Who they are. It starts and it ends. Maybe there's, I don't know, maybe this person leads you on in some way. But there's a boundary here that feels like, too, that they don't want anyone to cross. They don't want anyone to know about. How the heck does this affect you? You're listening. I don't know. I feel like you're trying to figure out, okay, yeah. Right. This is a funny card. Like one of the quotes that we have here with this lovely lady is, darkness does not always equate to evil. Light does not always equate to being good. There's a bit of a conundrum with this person. You're listening. That's how this affects you. It's almost like you're paying attention. You're really listening to what this person says. Because something's weird. And how you feel about this person? Movement. Maybe you feel like you need to move on. Maybe you feel like this person needs a movement. So the High Priestess of Spirit is at the bottom. So there's an awful lot of intuition that is needed in this relationship, in this situation, or with this person. Okay. Let's see what the Shadows of the Middle Ages add to this. Okay, who they really are. Fountain. A healing conclusion. Or they could be the conclusion to healing. A healing conclusion. The fountain is a wonderful, wonderful energy. It's a wonderful conclusion is who they are. They're a wonderful conclusion. Okay, when I say that, it sort of feels like after having, you know, a big meal, and then you have like something after it. Like, I don't know if a dessert would be right. Maybe like a light, a light dessert. I always go into food, sorry. A light dessert with, you know, I don't know, a nice tea or coffee. Again, something not too heavy. It's just like a very nice conclusion. So it's kind of funny that, oh my gosh, this one. Okay, deceit. They pretend to be deceitful in the present, right now. Okay. This person is pretending to be deceitful right now, but they're not deceitful. But there's a boundary here. Maybe there's a boundary that this person has to have, and they can't, I don't know, they can't say why, or they won't say why. And so it makes them seem deceitful. Because if it's the pretend energy, it's kind of like how they're showing up, how you might be observing them, the mask they're kind of wearing. But they're not, so they're not a deceitful person. But they look like that right now. I'm just a human too. Like, I'm just the antenna. I'm like, okay, I'm probably gonna be on your side in this one, Taurus. Like, oh my God. All right. I always try to be on, well, yeah, I'm always on your side. You know, if you got to hear something harsh, I'll try to tell it to you too. Because, you know, I'm not going to be that friend that tells you, you know, you don't got some booger in your nose. Like, you need to do something about that. What the? Look at this energy for why they are pretending to be deceitful. Lock rigid. That is like a big wall that you can't even scale. It's been like sandblasted smooth. There's no way to get up it. And even if you did, there's like a whole section above that wall of like little compartmentalized doors. Each one of them has a lock on. What? Is this person being controlled by something? And there's no way to get past it, right? It might make them seem deceitful. Right, like how I'm just listening and trying to understand, Cindy. This is how it's affecting you. Time listening. Time listening. Maybe you've been listening to this for a while. Oh my gosh. Let's just read this listening card. I feel like there's a lot more that comes in with that is not, you know, readily kind of comes in through. It's funny, right? Like, darkness does not always equate to evil, and light does not always bring good. Because that makes a lot of sense, because this person is pretending that they're deceitful. So something is going on, and it could be this person's boundary. You know, this person could have something going on in their own life here that makes it really weird to deal with them. And so because of that, you're like, oh man, this person is like, I don't trust them. I don't know. I'm not telling, and the cards are also not really telling you, well, they're not telling you anything to do here. I would use your discernment, right? Okay. Listening. Drawing this symbol, this is how it affects you in this relationship. Drawing this symbol indicates that you are meant to listen to what others are saying with their gestures rather than their words. Oh. But what does that mean? Does that mean that this person's body language is deceitful and what they're saying is true? Could be. Could be the other way for some of you too. Okay. In my house of night, there will be a beautiful girl with skin the color of dark honey who has the gift of poetry. She is able to weave tales with great details and expression, yet without being obvious or straightforward. Oh my God, that makes sense. You're like, I don't fucking get it. Reading between the lines and finding true meaning are what are required right now. Listen and learn. What others don't say is what is important at this moment. And time is something that you can't control. The hourglass of time cannot be controlled. So how this affects you is it's almost like you feel like you're dealing with someone who's a riddle. It feels like this experience is a riddle, and it feels like you're trapped in the riddle. And here comes the Riddler. We're going to go quick high. Okay, this one is tricky. I need my brain for this one, Larry. A quick cuddle. Oh, hello, tummy. Oh, hello, tummy. Oh, you're fluffy. Oh, she's a nice cuddle. But I need the cards, baby. This is a tricky one. This is a tricky one. Thank you. Okay, so you're dealing with someone. It feels like a riddle. This person also has, though, there's something, the reason this person is looking like a deceiver is because there is a very strong boundary that cannot be crossed here. No. boundary that can't be crossed. Like, is it a legal thing? Is it a moral thing? It feels like a big thing. Okay. How you feel about them? Movement. Maybe you think this person is moving on, or you need to move on. Spider. See, the spider is in this deck is a bit of a manipulative energy. It's somebody who's maybe strategic, but there's also strategy going on around them. Oh my God, this does feel complicated, no? You don't feel complicated. This feels complicated. And you feel like you really got to pay attention. But does it also feel like, based on the period of time where you're interacting with this person, or maybe you're not interacting with this person, things change for you, right? It's like, okay, you think you have it figured out, and then you don't. And it's like, that doesn't make sense. What is going on? What is going... I'm gonna ask. Ask yours. What is going on? What is going on? Can you tell, Taurus? I'm just thinking, probably not. If the universe is giving you a riddle, they're going to solve it all in one tarot reading. We'd like that. I'd love it. But it doesn't seem to always work that. What is going on with this person? Oh, fuck. They're trying to make choices here. They're trying to make good choices. Bad choices? They're trying to make some choices. That's what's going on. All right. Letting go. Differences. Differences. Letting go. Choices. That's what's going on with this person. Earth. Oh my God, are you kidding me? That's crazy. This is like, does it talk about, I swear, this choices card talks about a winged immortal who came to Earth. And there was choices to make. Oh, come on. Really? Let me double check that. That's crazy. Every choice, okay. Do you know the story of a winged immortal in the House of Night who had to choose between the dark and the light? Oh my God. How this affects you in this relationship. Fuck. Darkness does not always relate to evil. Light does not always bring good. This is a very complicated and confusing energy, Taurus. That's how it affects you. Okay, in time, is there something about you that this person is unsure of, maybe? This person is unsure of how this affects you. In time, maybe you're like, is this person going to figure out, I don't know, I'm okay, or everything is okay? So it says right now this person is faced with such a choice. And that choice is a choice between dark and light. All you need to do is ask, is this for the highest good? The choice you make will be an important step in your life lessons. Remember, even not deciding is a choice. What will it be? Okay, I want to say, especially with this person could be at a serious, serious spiritual impasse. So maybe that's what's going on here. This person is navigating a very significant choice in their life. And when I say that, I kind of feel like it might be more than, you know, the consequences of that choice, yes, will play out physically in their life. But it may also, like, it feels incredibly significant that it could play out for lifetimes here. I don't know what the choice is. Like, I don't know if the choice is between you and someone else. I don't know if the choice is to accept or decline a job offer. I don't know if the choice is to move or stay in place. I don't know what the choice is. But it feels a little bit like you are somehow wrapped up in that choice, which makes sense. Is it a choice to be a friend with you or not? Is it a choice to go on a trip with you or not? It's a big choice. It's a big choice for this person. So what's the... Whoa, what is at the bottom here? Coffin Trojan horse. death, endings. This person is conclusion. That's who they are, but they have the fountain. So they could be someone who's trying to heal after a difficult conclusion. This person's trying to heal after a very difficult conclusion. That's who they are. It could be someone you're trying to get to know. And I mean, this energy to me looks like it could be somebody who's, some days they're warm, other days they're cold. And you're like, what the fuck? I don't know. Because there's some sort of past here. The Coffin card, when we're going through any type of a death energy, like we've had a major ending in our life, that's a vulnerable state. But yet, it's almost like this vulnerable state is met with an opportunist here. Where somebody who's, I'm going to be their friend. But it's not really their friend. It's somebody who's like coming in to do more harm with the Trojan horse. What has gone on here? This person, oh, okay. This person seems deceitful. I want to say because they have some pretty intense boundaries here. And they probably play back and forth with it. But yeah, but it's the rigid. Let's read the rigid card. This is why they're pretending to be deceitful right now. Is there a wall that stands between you and others? Could that wall be inside you? That's so, okay. That's maybe the thing that they have going on here. Now is the time to become more flexible and to drop your rigid expectations of yourself and especially of others. Don't be afraid to drop your guard a little too. If you are willing to let others in, you will see a benefit in these connections. Another meaning here is that you recognize the wall that others may have put up. Don't take it personally. They won't let you in. This is their way of coping. It has little to do with you. Okay, here's the other thing. The wall could be you. Somebody here has gone through something very difficult. And they've gone through something very difficult that was then met by, I don't know, I mean, I just call it like sabotage or take advantage of somebody when they're down. The Trojan horse is terrible news. This is somebody like, oh, I'll come and help you. I'll be your friend. And then how can I take advantage of this person while they're down? You know, it's almost got that energy like of, let's say, an older woman or an older man here who has lost a spouse or a partner and they're very vulnerable. And then somebody tries to befriend them, right? Coming in, acting like a friend, but they really just want that person's house or they just want that person's money or they just want, like, you know, they want something there and they can see that this person is vulnerable and that's my opportunity to strike because their guard is down, their defenses are down, they're not paying attention, they're overwhelmed by their emotions or their grief or whatever it is. Okay, there's somebody here who's been through, like, that's what that would look like to me with the coffin and the Trojan horse. Maybe that's you. Maybe that's you. Because I feel like deceit is here because somebody has a wall up. And so somebody else doesn't know how to deal with that. But the wall has a legitimate reason based on the cards that I can see. So whether that's you trying to get to know someone, and this person might like you a lot, but they're just like, you know what? I'm going to be honest, like, right, somebody's been through a bad experience here, and it's very hard to tell who you can trust. It's like people always have alternative motives. So, interesting, because how this affects you is, I want to say in time, something will be discovered about you. Maybe you're not bad or you're not light. I don't know. Pretending to be deceitful. Why? Because of the boundary. Okay, how you feel about this person. I want to read both. I want to really like squeeze every little bit of juice out of this reading. How you feel about them is movement, but spider. That's not direct. And it might even seem manipulative or strategic. Movement. This is a time of change and movement and a symbol for wonderful surprises. If you have been waiting for something, you will soon have clarity. You will get answers you thought would never come. But the spider's there, and you will move closer to things that were out of reach before. Perhaps this card predicts a trip that you've always wanted to take. The symbol of movement can indicate both a change of scene and a real shift in the direction of your life. No matter what this symbol holds for your question, know that wonderful change is now possible. This is a time to make your move. That's how you feel about this person. Okay, so maybe you feel like this is the time. This is a time to grow. This is a time to do so. Okay, I feel like they're the one here that has the boundary. You know, there's a lot of energy here. I'm not telling you it's not your story if it is, though. Okay, so because the impression that I get from how this affects you and how you feel about this person is that over time, they will see the true you. Or over time, the deceit can be lost. That you see them as this is a good opportunity. This is a good opportunity. This is a good time. But the spider comes in, which is that energy that makes it, well, it's not a straight and narrow path, though. See? Okay. You do see this person as their movements being manipulative. You see them. You see the pretend that they're doing. Now, I'm going to just say to you, I don't think that you should drop your guard for this person, and I don't think that you should give this person any benefit of the doubt at this point. And I'm just saying that because they may even be involved in something here that's complicated and is causing them to react the way that they are. And if you try to push in more, or you allow this person to, right, like, this is probably not what's happening, but, you know, a good example of that, if somebody is caught in something complicated that could also be very bad, imagine like someone who is under some type of duress, and this person, somebody in their life is taken hostage, somebody they really care about, and they've been told, you need to go and convince Taurus to go with you to that dark alley. No matter what you have to do, you have to convince Taurus to go with you to the dark alley. If you can convince Taurus to do that, we'll give you your loved one back, right? This person is not necessarily a bad person, but let's just think about that. You know, I mean, any of us put in that situation, that could be a very difficult choice to make. We obviously don't want to be the Taurus in that situation, but what if it's a mother and a child? What if it's a father and a son or something like that, right? Or, yeah, so I don't know what's going on here, because this person is in the throes of a very big choice. Is it a bad choice? Is it a good choice? What are they going to do? So, because the truth, according to these cards, is that this person is just pretending to be deceitful. Fuck. So they're not really a deceitful person. Anyways, so how do you feel about this person? The card represents manipulation, intrigue, entanglement. It signifies a web of complexity, deceit, or hidden agendas. This card suggests the presence of cunning, calculated actions, or situations that may require careful navigation. It advises caution, discernment, and a keen awareness of the intricacies within relationships or circumstances. It reminds you to be mindful of the threads being woven around you, to untangle yourself from any entrapments that may hinder your progress. On the other hand, to achieve your goals, weave nets and seize opportunities. See, the movement card is a seize opportunity. Fuck. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. This is one of the more complicated energies that I've pulled out for you guys in something. Holy bejeebers. Well, they are the fountain conclusion. Fountain is, it's like the Ace of Cups. Are they the final end? I don't know. What is concluded? What will... The Fool. The Fool. Well, they really are. See? It's like something that starts before it gets started. Chapter 1. There's nothing written. The end. Is this somebody that you've healed from? Is that like... Or this person's healing from something that got started and never went anywhere? They could be the fresh start. Oh, yeah. Give me more cards on that Fool. On that Fool. Is that what you call it? On that Fool. Six of Wands and the Two of Wands. Who they really are. Fuck. I'm telling you. This is showing you like somebody here that it's exactly what you're hoping for. They're achieving dreams and hopes. Okay, they're achieving dreams and hopes. And Fountain. I just landed on the Hourglass card. The Page of Wands. The words that this person says are healing. That's who they are. The other thing I want to say is with the conclusion card, I could look at it like the World card, which is interesting. Isn't the World number 21 in the tarot? I don't memorize that shit, but I think, is it? Because the conclusion card is number 12, so they're mirrored. So, and that would make sense with the Fool. This person is a fresh start in life. That's who they are, a fresh start in life. And there's success here. Because if it is kind of reflective of the World card, that is a proper conclusion to something. They have concluded it as it needed to be. They've wrapped up any karma around it. What this person has to say is very healing in itself, too. This person may even, okay, with the Fountain and the speaking card for me, the Page of Wands, maybe this person is practicing affirmations, maybe this person is praying, maybe this person is like, they could be like speaking positively here. That's who they are. But they're pretending to be, okay. What are they pretending to be deceitful about? Start with that. The Page of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. They're pretending that they're closed off, okay? They're pretending that they're closed off to learning something. They're pretending that they're closed off to learning, okay? I'm really pulling out a Jessica Fletcher hat on this one, Taurus. This person is pretending to be learning something, or pretending to be closed off to learning right now. Right now in the present. Fuck. I don't know what tomorrow will be. So, okay? The King of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. What they pretend to be. Presently, they got lots of money. They got status. They're juggling their resources. And they're closed off to learning new things. That's all a fucking lie. Okay? That's all a lie. That's all a lie. They're pretending that there's two parts of their life here that they're trying to draw. There's a lot. It's all pentacles. It's all pentacles in the pretend area here with the deceit. This person could be pretending about their money. This person could be pretending about responsibilities. They're also pretending about a choice. The Two of Pentacles. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is the kind of energy where I know you guys come in the comments and go like, I never want to meet another person in my life. I never want to go outside again, Cindy. Okay, I get it. Why they hide their true self? This fucking rigid lock. They're rigid. The Ten of Cups and the Four of Cups. Why they hide family? Why they hide this deceit of being closed off to a choice? Maybe they have like a really rigid family or family life. Disappointment. Family life is not the higher cup, or a family or a group. Why with the lock? That's like almost being like behind a wall and locked up. The lock. My, oh my. Okay. Three of Swords, Strength card, Knight of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Knight of Pentacles. Why? They're pretending. Okay, there's a broken heart here. There's pain and sorrow. But who are they? But they are healed. They're talking like they're healed anyways. They're talking like they're healed. They're talking like they're healed. They're trying to be strong. Self-control. The Knight of Cups. This person's got something to do here with a long-term commitment to their heart. No. Or emotions. Okay, this person might be pretending that they cannot engage in some type of relationship or interaction with you or friendship or business opportunity. I don't know what it is. They're pretending that they can't do that because they're balancing some type of responsibility here. And they're also pretending that they're closed off to learning new things, though, which is weird. Or maybe because they're in the process of learning or doing something, they can't. In the truth, though, it has nothing to do with that resource stuff. Like, the reason that they're doing that is that there's something much more emotional here. There's something much more emotional going on here. It might have something to do with family or a family connection or a family unit. Or the experiences that they've had in those dynamics. Okay? Now, how this affects you, you're listening. Like, right? But it's like, pay attention to the body language. What are the words that they say? Body language is so key. Unless somebody is a body language expert and they can manipulate, I don't even think anybody can. I think body language is not all the time. It's impossible to be in a situation and be able to control your body language constantly. Even if, like, you're somewhere public and you think people are watching me all the time. It's impossible because you wouldn't be able to do anything else except just focus on your body language. So you're paying attention to this person's body language. Over time, maybe over time, you've been paying attention to this person's body language. Ah, fuck yes, Jessica Fletcher's figuring it out. And then, right, how you feel about this person. This person's movements are manipulative. Thank you. You got to all remember, I'm walking into this blind. I know it's like, you know, you'll be like your story. You're like, thank you, finally. But I'm walking in blind. And it's like you're sitting mute over there. So I gotta figure this out. Okay. So you're listening over time. You've been listening to this person's body language. Oh, they talk like, but no, it's just as though what they say, okay, isn't the same as their body language. Oh my goodness. Okay. Listening time. Over time. Well, no, I don't like that. They feel stuck. What's going on with y'all? Why are you stuck? Let's do the little. Okay. Okay. What are you picking up in this person's body language over time? Oh. Oh. Queen of Cups and the Ten of Wands. Love is a lot to carry. Love is a burden. Love is too much. Oh, gosh. Oh, I think you're reading this person very well. Ah, this person's body language. They may have difficulty opening up emotionally, but they'll talk it. That's funny. what you understand here is that, I don't know, maybe you see this person is also possibly thinking that love, there's a lot of responsibility that comes with love. That could be. Because it's really 3 of Swords, Knight of Cups, Hierophant, 10 of Cups, 4 of Cups, Strength card, Lock, Rigid. Like, yeah, there could be something going on here for sure with this person in terms of relationships that they've had in the past. Okay. So you feel how you feel about this person is that their movements are manipulative. But they pretend to be. Fuck. Okay. Movement. Kind of movement. Their body language is deceitful. Okay. The 8 of Pentacles and the Moon. Is this person working? Are they not working? Where are they working? Oh, fear. Maybe this person moves in fear at work. Do you know this person at work? Their work, the Moon. Could even be psychic work. Maybe you could be dealing with another psychic or something like that. Moon's fears and illusions. The illusion of movement. This person's work, okay, you are watching this person's body language, but it also feels like this person is trying to change their body language. So fuck. Because their movement has become an illusion. Or it's because something's not, the mouth and the actions aren't lining up here. The Spider. The Ace of Swords, the Hermit. How do you feel about this person? The 2 of Swords and Justice. Boy, that's a lot of thinking. Okay, yeah, that's a lot of thinking, a lot of internal thinking here. Thinking about the right thing to do. What is the right thing? But they're in a this choice. What's the choice? What are the 2 choices? What's choice number 1? The 6 of Swords. Where it feels like God is directing them. What is choice number 2? Oh, Death. Death and the 5 of Pentacles. Does it have the coffin and the Trojan horse? Why would they go back to something that was bad? It's almost, I feel like this person's trying to figure out what's right and wrong around them. And you're like, is this person going to figure shit out? I don't know. An ending, a rebirth. A rebirth into the 5 of Pentacles. Like out, away, isolated. Earth. The 9 of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Knight of Wands, and the Page of Cups. There's something about that feels like the things that we desire. Is this person caught up in like their desires? Difference is letting go. Difference is letting go. You and this person are too different? Is that what they think? So they're letting go. My gosh. I have never pulled out such a complication for y'all. I don't think I have. The 9 of Wands is at the bottom, but it's almost like, you know, I've been dealing with it for a while, Cindy, so thanks for finally reading it. I'm going to go do the extended. In the extended, I'm going to ask, what would this person tell you If they could tell you anything. No consequences, nothing. So when I say no consequences, I'm also like referring to ego. You know, like if this person feels like it would bruise their ego to say this, no, anything. If they could tell you anything with no consequences, what would they tell you? And then why don't they? Why don't they? What are this person's deepest thoughts about you? Thank you so much, Taurus. There are 2 options in the description below for the extended, whichever suits you if you would like to follow me there. Thank you so much, bovine babies. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.